Um, Chief, just to give you an idea of how far the Capitol Police have come, I had a friend who was a Capitol policeman in the 60s, and he told me that the firearms competency test consisted of handing the recruit a gun and having them shoot at the target until they hit it, and then they were successfully passed the test. Fortunately, I think we've gone beyond those days. I want to compliment you on your recruiting. And I think the challenge of protection at home is a huge, serious challenge. If we had, well, as governor, I had a trooper with me 24 hours a day for 8 years. If we went to that level for every member of Congress, it would be hugely expensive and in many ways obtrusive. It seems to me that one fruitful area that you might think about pursuing, and you may already be doing this, is a cooperative relationship with local police departments and state police, who the members aren't home all the time, but they can be there, at least be on call, and perhaps even go further in terms of being present for public events and those kinds of things. Is that something that might be a way to solve this without hiring another 435 times 5?
Oh, absolutely, and we have one of the other things that I forgot to mention, Senator, was the getting together a small staff that would work full-time in developing those relationships with the state and local law enforcement for every member of Congress. If we, there's 538 jurisdictions that would be involved, and we would have get those MOUs in place so that we wouldn't have to wait for a crisis to make the first call to that local agency saying, hey, can you help us out? We would have those MOUs in place ahead of time, so it would be a very efficient process to get the help we need. Your suggestion about having local law enforcement at events where there may be issues where the public will be there, and perhaps the member even has a couple of threats that they're concerned about. Having local law enforcement there is something that we want to do routinely. And the advantage that we have now is that as a result of the supplemental from last year, we have funding that we can reimburse these jurisdictions. So, so many of these jurisdictions, have told us, look, we have staffing shortages. We really don't have the folks to do some of the things you're asking us to do. But when we say we can reimburse you, and we can, if you need to pull somebody in on overtime, we can reimburse that for you. It really enhances their ability to help us.
And even that reimbursement would be far less expensive than having 5 full-time agents. You mentioned the number of threats, and I'm not sure whether you have the historical data, but my sense is this is going up significantly. Is that accurate?
Absolutely is accurate. I can tell you that back in 2017, we had 1,000, maybe, somewhere around 1,000, and last year 9,000. And it has gone up steadily and profoundly over the last 5 or 6 years.
That's very disturbing. One other area of questioning, and Senator Blunt touched on this. It seems like you're doing fairly well recruiting. Are you satisfied with the recruiting that you're doing? In this economy, doing any recruiting is difficult.
I am very pleased, and
You're satisfied with the quality you're getting?
Yes, and there are a couple of issues. One, there were things that the Congress did to help us in terms of raising our pay for officers and allowing us to give retention bonuses to keep people. I talk to chiefs from all over the country, and to a person, everybody's having trouble recruiting and getting good people for a number of reasons to want to be involved in the law enforcement career. But I firmly believe that just like after 9/11, when the military and police and fire had no problem recruiting because people wanted to serve their country, I believe that January 6th helped us because so many of the people that have come that have come on since then have said the reason that they were here is because they wanted to serve here because of January 6th.
Well, I appreciate that, and I hope you'll express the view of the chairman talked about this, the chairwoman talked about this, the appreciation that we have for all the Capitol Police. We don't really think about it, but police, fire, and military unlike almost any other job in our society, when they sign on the dotted line, they're committing to put their life on the line for us, for other people. And that's an extraordinary commitment. And of course, on January 6th, we saw it in action. So please convey the deep appreciation that we have for the work. And I love to banter with your officers and see them, see how they're doing. And you have an extraordinary group. Congratulations and thank you, Chief.
Thank you.